Find the area bounded by the curves x equal to 1 by y square, x equal to y and y equal to 2, and draw the figure of the bounded region. X equal to 1 by x square, x equal to y এবং y equal to 2 রেখাগুলি দ্বারা আবদ্ধ ক্ষেত্রের ক্ষেত্রফল নির্ণয় করো। ক্ষেত্রটির চিত্র অঙ্কন করো। While solving this question, at first we need to draw the curve x equal to 1 by y square, and we have drawn this portion and this portion, and we also need to draw the straight line y equal to 2, which have been drawn here, which is a straight line parallel to the x-axis, and the line x equal to y, which I also drew here. Now what about the bounded region? We are told about the bounded region which is bounded by this line and this curve. Which region you can see here? You can see this region. And what is the specialty of this math? In this math we will use integration through y-axis. How to do that? We will find the value of this integral or this area by this equation. Integration of x1 minus x2 dy, and we will put the limits for y. You know that while finding area we use two cases: integration of y1 minus y2 dx or integration of x1 minus x2 dy, where this y1, this y2 are functions of x, and this x1 and this x2 are functions of y, and we put limits here. The fact is that in most of our questions or in most of our examples we use this shape, but in this example, to do the math in easier way, we will use this shape. So we can see here that the value of y is 2 here, and what is the value of y here? We need to find that value. So at point of intersection of x equal to y line and x equal to 1 by y square curve, we can write y equal to 1 by y square, equating these two x. So we can write y cube equal to 1, y equal to 1. So here the value of y is 1 and here the value of y is 2. So for this line, if we think it as x1 equal to y, the line above is this, minus the curve below is this, which is x equal to 1 minus y square dy. And what will be the value of the limits? The lower limit will be 1 and the upper limit will be 2. So after integration, if you integrate y, you get y square by 2, minus if you integrate 1 by y square, you get minus 1 by y. And we will use the limit 1 to 2 equal to, we will now use our limits, and finally we find the answer to be 1. As this is an area, we will write the value to be 1 unit square. This is our answer. Find the value integration of e to the power m into tan inverse x divided by 1 plus x square whole square dx. Integration of e to the power m tan inverse x divided by 1 plus x square whole square dx এর মান নির্ণয় করো। While solving this problem, the first thing that we will look into it is this math is a very difficult, disturbing and cumbersome math, and what should be our first decision to make this complicated math simpler? When we will see that 1 plus x square in any complicated situation or any difficult situation, the first thing that we shall do is we will let that x to be a tan theta. It will make the complicacy a little bit simpler. Okay, x equal to tan theta That means dx d theta equal to, if we differentiate tan square, we get sec square theta. That means dx equal to sec square theta d theta. Therefore, we can say that theta equal to tan inverse x. Now, come to the question. Integration of e to the power m tan inverse x. According to our assumption, tan inverse x means theta divided by 1 plus x square. That means 1 plus tan square theta whole square dx. Dx means sec square theta d theta. You can see here that equal to e to the power m theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta whole square. 1 plus tan square theta means sec square theta whole square equal to sec to the power 4 theta. So, in place of 1 plus tan square theta, we will write sec to the power 4 theta multiplied by sec square theta equal to e to the power m theta divided by sec square theta equals to, we all know that sec theta means 1 by cos theta. That means 1 by sec theta is cos theta. That means 1 by sec square theta is cos square theta. And what do we know about cos square theta? Cos square theta means half into 2 cos square theta. That means half into 1 plus cos 2 theta. So in the next line we will write e to the power m theta into half into 1 plus cos 2 theta d theta. We can place this half here. So in the next line we can write e to the power m theta plus e to the power m theta cos 2 theta d theta. Now if we integrate e to the power m theta, we get e to the power m theta divided by m plus integration of e to the power m theta cos 2 theta d theta. You integrated this, but you cannot integrate this directly. So what to do now? We need to integrate this by integration by parts. That means integration of UV rule. We will use integration of UV rule and find the value of this. Now we will use the integration by parts rule or the UV rule to find the value of the integration of e to the power m theta into cos 2 theta d theta. I have written the formula here. You will let u and v from here and use this formula to find the value. Now, which one should I let as u and which one should I let as v? For this assumption, we need to use the law of Liet. L for logarithm, I for inverse, A for algebraic, T for trigonometric, and E for exponential. The function that will come earlier will be assumed as u, and the function that is later in the serial we will assume that as v. For this reason, exponential is always assumed as v. So we will assume this e to the power m theta as v. And if we take one as v, the other one will automatically be taken as u. Therefore, cos 2 theta is u. What should we do about u? We need to have du dx. That means du d theta equals to minus sine 2 theta into 2. That means minus 2 sine 2 theta. And what about v? V equal to e to the power m theta. And we need integration of v dx. That means integration of e to the power m theta, that means e to the power m theta divided by m. Now we will use this value to find the value of this integral. So we can write integration of u v dx equal to u integration of v dx. U means cos 2 theta. Integration of v dx means e to the power m theta by m minus integration of du dx, that means du d theta minus 2 sine 2 theta into integration of v dx, that means e to the power m theta divided by m d theta. That means next line we can write e to the power m theta by m into cos 2 theta minus plus integration of e to the power m theta by m into minus 2 sine 2 theta d theta. And you know that we can bring this minus 2 and m outside the integration sign. Now we will use this formula again for finding this value. You can see that I equal to this if I have considered this to be I, an integral. From here I can write I plus 4 by m square I equals to we have found the value of e to the power m theta cos 2 theta d theta, and this value is this. So integration of e to the power m tan inverse x divided by 1 plus x square whole square dx, the final answer will be half e to the power m theta by m. We will put the value of theta, that is tan inverse x, plus value of this integral. We have calculated this as this huge thing and we will put the value here, and this is our answer. Here you can see that this math is significantly large and significantly complicated. For some of you this portion is too difficult to understand. One of these thing is, why did I converted this to this? Some of you may have this question. So I am showing you that this value is 2 by m integration of minus 2 by m into cos 2 theta into e to the power m theta. I can bring this outside, minus 4 by m square integration of e to the power m theta into cos 2 theta. Notice here that we assumed e to the power m theta cos 2 theta to be I. So we can write here minus 4 by m square I. So if any one of you have any question in your mind that from where this I came, I explained that the I came from these calculations. I did not show that calculation inside the math so that the math does not grow more lengthy. And you can see here in board that this math is too large to be done inside a 3-inch white space in your copy. But this question appeared in 2016. Now, what about the answer of the question, that how students have done it? It's not quite simple that a student can manage a huge space like that. Those students who could solve this question in their Buet admission test, they use a shortcut formula which was not so familiar, and this formula is not familiar by many of you. And if you don't use this formula, you will need to have this math done by those huge process that I have done, and that is almost impossible to manage inside the space of the question paper that is provided. And which is the formula that made this math in manageable size? The formula is e to the power ax cos bx dx equals to e to the power ax divided by a square by b square into a cos bx plus b sin bx. Notice carefully here that here m is placed instead of a and 2 is placed instead of b, and if you use that formula you will get exactly this thing. So this is our answer, and you all know that we need to put a plus c at the end of any indefinite integral. So this is the solution of this question, and from this line to this line we showed a huge calculation here Why did I show it instead of directly solving this? Because I showed here that if you don't know any specific formulae that can make this question solvable, you can also manage that formula by yourself. But this will make the math larger in size. To keep the maths in manageable size, you must have all formulae memorized. Now we will do ugly, cumbersome, complicated and huge bad math that will make your head almost disappear. At the beginning I'm showing you a lot of fear, but this is true that this math is very simple to look at the first look, but this will disturb you to a huge extent that you can't imagine at the beginning of the math. Okay, enough fear has been shown by me. Now let's go to the math. In this question, you are asked that you need to find the area of this region. The area of the region bounded by the parabola y square equal to ax and the circle x square plus y square equal to 4ax. We need to find this area. So first of all, we need to find the points of intersection of these two curves. So we will solve them. Y square equal to ax. That means at the points of intersection, the value of x is 0 and 3a. And this point is origin. Y square equal to ax. When x equal to 0, y must be 0. And when x equal to 3a, y equal to a into 3a. That means 3a square. That means y equal to plus minus root 3a. We found the points of intersection. Now what about the shaded area? We all know that shaded area equal to y1 minus y2 dx. Curve above the circle x square plus y square plus 4ax. If I make the y as subject, what do we get? We find the expression of y as root over 4ax minus x square minus y2. The curve below, this is the parabola, y square equal to ax, that means y equal to root ax. We are thinking about the positive values of y. We will consider this later. Root ax dx. Now what will be the value of the upper limit and lower limit? It will be 0 to 3a. And here the area we got is the area of this region, because we only consider the positive portion of y in both cases. So to find the total area of this and this, we need to multiply it by 2. This will be the area of this shaded region. Now we can write it as 2 into integration of root 4ax minus x square dx minus integration of root a into root x dx. For both the limit is same, 0 to 3a, 0 to 3a. At first we will find the value of this 0 to 3a root x. We can write it as x to the power half dx. Therefore, we found the value of 0 to 3a root ax dx is 2 root 3a square. We put this value here. Now, what about the value of this? Now, you can be very glad that the math is almost done and we just need to find the value of this and we will put this value here and we will get the answer. Very simple, but finding the value of this thing is the greatest challenge here. Okay. Now let's start. First of all, we will simplify root over 4ax minus x square equal to root over 4a square minus x minus 2a whole square. I can write this equal to, if we take 4a square as common, now we will find the integration of it. So how to find the integration? We know that if we see a 1 minus x square shape inside a root, we simply use the substitution x equal to sine theta. That means we will use the substitution here. Let x by 2a minus 1 equal to sine theta. And we got x equal to 2a plus 2a sine theta. So if I differentiate it with respect to theta, dx d theta equal to 0 plus 2a cos theta, dx equal to 2a cos theta d theta. Now let's put this value here, 2a integration of root over 1 minus sine square theta 2a cos theta d theta. 2a into 2a, 4a square, integration of 1 minus sine square theta, that means cos square theta, root, that means cos theta, into another cos theta, so cos square theta d theta. 4a square, cos square theta means half, 1 plus cos 2 theta equal to 2a square. After integration, 1 means theta plus cos 2 theta. After integration, we get sine 2 theta by 2. And what about the limits? Limits was 0 to 3a. When x equal to 0, if we put this value here, 0 minus 1 equal to sine theta, that means sine theta equal to minus 1, theta equal to minus pi by 2. When x equal to 0, for theta we will use minus pi by 2. And for x equal to 3a, if we put the value of x to be 3a, 3a by 2a minus 1 equal to sine theta, that means sine theta equal to half, theta equal to 30 degree, that means pi by 6. So the upper limit will be pi by 6. Now we will put the values of the limits. So finally we get the value of integration of root over 4ax minus x square dx. Limit from 0 to 3a is 4 pi a square divided by 3 plus root 3 by 2 a square. Now we will put this value here. So finally the value becomes 8 pi a square divided by 3 minus 3 root 3 a square. This is our answer. Now look at the board. Is it possible to solve this math in your Buet admission test in that given space? Most of you will agree with me that it is almost impossible to solve this size of math in the Buet admission test where we are allowed to write inside the question paper. So how can we solve this math in that little space provided by Buet authority? For doing this, you must be very witty and you must have memorized each and every important formula and each and every unimportant formula too. For example, we solved this already. Now we will use an uncommon formula that we used very often or most of you have not used yet. We use that formula to solve this math to make its size smaller. The formula that will make this math smaller is integration of root over a square minus x square dx equal to x root over a square minus x square divided by 2 plus a square by 2 sine inverse x by a. We will use this formula to minimize the complexity of this math. So if we use this formula here, we can rearrange this into this. We can write root over 4x minus x square as root over 2a whole square minus x minus 2a whole square equals to, in place of a we put 2a and in place of x there is x minus 2a. X, that means we will write x minus 2a into root over a square minus x square, that means root over 4ax minus x square divided by 2 plus a square by 2, 2a whole square divided by 2 sine inverse x, that means x minus 2a divided by a. A means 2a. The limit is 0 to 3a. You can clearly see that we found the value of integration of root over 4ax minus x square as root 3a square by 2 plus 4a square by 3, which we found earlier. And in this case, when we used this formula, our maths become a little smaller, but not a very significant change. The first process we did without this formula was very large, and after using this formula, the shape decreased a little bit, but not to a great extent. But this shape can be managed to be written on the space that will be provided by Buet authority. So what did we learn from this math? We learned that we need to know each and every formula. Maybe that can be common, maybe that formula can be uncommon. For example, this formula is not so common. We don't use it too frequently, but in Buet admission test in 2016, use of this formula was compulsory to fit your answer inside this space. So I suggest you to get ready for this type of troubles by memorizing each and every formula that is written inside your textbook.